Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and I'm bringing you a review of Crysis in multiplayer mode. So the first thing I want to talk about were the platforms. This game is already out as a demo on the Xbox 360. If I have my facts right, and I'm sure if I don't, there'll be 15,000 people correcting me in the comments, but I don't think it's going to come out as a demo for any other platforms. I think the demo is an Xbox exclusive. But when the game releases in March, it's going to come out for the PC, for the PS3, and of course for the Xbox, where the demo is. So this should be a review that is of interest to all my subscribers, because they're all on one of those three platforms. I don't think I have that many Wii subscribers. In terms of playability, so your character has two superpowers. On your left bumper, you have armor ability, which I think doubles your armor, but I'm not positive that it's actually double. And on your right bumper, you have a cloaking ability. And you can use those in different ways. I mean, the game is new, so no one's really discovered these like incredibly overpowered combos that get you crushed. But it's a neat dynamic to add to the game. When I come alive in a minute, you'll see in the lower right-hand corner, there's an energy meter. You see it's kind of a white little thermometer-looking thing. And then, of course, in the lower left is your HUD. And, it works. I compare my reviews. Oftentimes I compare shooters to Call of Duty. Some guys get frustrated by it, but I like it because it's a nice reference platform that we've all played, and it means something to us. So look, that guy just jumped up above me and kind of confused me. Anyway, in comparison to COD, the reload is pretty similar. The aim down sight time is pretty similar. Thankfully, the controls are the same. You can do a default layout. You can do a tactical layout. And if you're one of those Legacy or Southpaw guys, I don't know if it offers what you want. If you're Ask a Capper, I know it doesn't have what you want, which sucks. But anyway, it controls a lot like COD, and I like that. I like being able to play, one game today and COD tomorrow, and being able to switch back and forth, as opposed to Halo, where they have their own control scheme. Look at that shot! Got him. So there's something new here for kill streaks, which I think is really neat. There's two games I want to call out recently that have done something for kill streaks that I really appreciate. One is Medal of Honor. So Medal of Honor wasn't my favorite game of all time. But I do like the innovation they had in kill streaks. If you did some objective-based stuff, like capture a flag or destroy headquarters or whatever, then it added to your, they didn't call it a kill streak, but it added to your reward streak and helped you call in your extra stuff, which is really cool. In this game, what they do for kill streaks is after you kill a guy, he leaves a dog tag on the ground. And in-game, you can see it as kind of a shining light, like it shows it pops up a little bit. And you have to collect that dog tag to get your kill streak. And that, what it really does is it gets you out of your camping spot. You have to kill a guy, and then you need to run over his body to collect your kill streak reward. And you have this decision to make, like, oh, do I want to risk my life to go get that or not? And that's that. Talk a little bit about the armor ability and the cloaking ability again. So I suspect that people are going to figure out tactics that make that cloaking ability really powerful. A guy like Only Use Me Blade, that's already kind of a natural at navigating the map in such a way that he can get all the engagements to be super close quarters. When you add cloaking to his abilities and a melee that's already pretty strong, I think he's going to be a beast in a game like this, an absolute beast. For me, I tend to use the armor ability a lot more. Like as a shooter, I tend to use the armor ability a lot more. There's something called a proximity sensor, just as a tip to help guys who watch my channel. The proximity sensor, I think you can unlock it somewhere around level 5 or 6, and it is huge. So this game has perks, just like Call of Duty does. There are 3 perk slots. And one are generally armor perks, one are generally weapon perks, and one are generally some other kind of perks I've forgotten. But not all the perks are going to be available in the demo. But yeah, you do get a chance to see how it can change your layout. And one of the perks that really helped me start getting better games was the proximity sensor. So it makes kind of a low beep beep, and then the beeps get more frequent and higher pitched, beep 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 beep, as the enemy approaches. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear the beep because I turned down game sound and I commentate. But it's really a big deal. And even if the guy is cloaked, your proximity sensor still works. So I did try a game with increased armor, and I tried a game with the default one, which I forgot. I got owned for not checking my corner. But the proximity sensor was a really powerful perk. So it's the only one that I've been running. It's really nice. In terms of controller lag, I've been reading stuff. This is one of my only nade kills of the whole night. In terms of controller lag, people have been fussing online about it, how their controls were not quite as responsive as they were in Call of Duty. It didn't bother me one bit. I did kind of barely sort of think I sensed it, but it was made up for me by the fact that your character moves so quickly. You know, he's snappy. The sprint is really, really quick. And by the way, the sprint drains your energy. So sprint drains your energy, jump drains your energy. Cloak and armor, of course, drain your energy in the lower left. So some of the tactics that you'd think would work really perfectly, like cloaking and then sprinting up to a guy and getting a melee, yeah, that is really effective. But you can't do that across the map, because when you have sprint and cloak draining your energy at the same time, you'll be visible in no time at all. Now you'll find yourself with no shields getting killed. So they were pretty smart that way. In terms of map design, I had heard that they can't have 9v9 in this game. That the graphics, which may be the best looking graphics ever on a console game, I heard that the graphics have caused some sort of problem which prevents 9v9 from working like you'd want it to. You see, I just collected a dog tag. On the left it said collected 2 out of 3. So if I can get one more kill, that'll be a kill streak. That's just something to call out. So they can't do 9v9, which is a shame, because this map would be perfect for some 9v9 play. Now look here, I killed this guy, and a nice promotion, but I wasn't able to collect his dog tag. Instead, I got shot immediately after I killed him, so I didn't get a radar. And that's the kind of thing I was explaining before. You know, you have to run over their dead body to get your kill streak, and if you don't do that, then you don't get your kill streaks. And it's kind of an anti-camper idea, which I really like. It's pretty cool. So yeah. So it's so hard for me to bottom line the review. And keep in mind, as I do this, I only have about 3.5 hours of gameplay at the most. I forget what it is exactly. But to bottom line this review, if I was really forced to, I'd say I think this game will be fun. I think it's cool. Kind of a change of pace from Call of Duty in my own little world. You know, it's going to fill that same category that like a Left 4 Dead does, where it's not a COD killer, but it's kind of cool to pop in when you're looking for something different. You know, Borderlands filled that role for me too. Is it worth buying? This is one of my favorite ways to measure it. If you're a guy who buys 6 to 8 games a year, I think this makes your list. I think this is a game that you want to buy in the same way that probably Medal of Honor is. If you're a guy that buys 2 to 3 games a year, and you know, if you're one of my subs, probably one of those 2 or 3 is already filled by a Call of Duty game every year, then this probably doesn't make that, you know, very exclusive 1 or 2 other games that you pick up. So that's where I'm feeling based on a couple hours. Perhaps the best looking Call of Duty game ever made. It has kill cams. Oh my gosh, thank you. Kill cams should be a standard in every shooter. They teach you what you did wrong, and they make people leave their little camping spots, so they're beautiful. And then sometimes you get cool kill cams like this one. So I get the final kill here, and watch what's coming up. There's this little bullet time animation, which I think is pretty slick. Shoot, 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 and bam. So pretty cool. Anyway, this is a good game. I'm having a good time with it. I hope that you guys enjoyed the review and got something from it.